Okay, so this one says, Dear Matsons, my kids are close in age and turn everything into a competition. How do I encourage them to celebrate each other's accomplishments instead of constantly competing with each other? Signed, Stop the Sibling Rivalry. Yeah.
Well, we're both firstborns and very competitive, come from that that kind of family systems. And listen, competition isn't bad. It's just how it's used, right? And so in this parent, we're understanding that your question is thinking about on the negative side of things, the kids comparing themselves to each other and constant rivalry, sibling rivalry. One of the things that comes to my mind is thinking about how you're celebrating each of your kids individually as parents and as a family system, and even siblings, asking them to do that with one another. So we do this at birthdays, where we will go around, and depending on the year of the birthday, we'll do that many affirmations, if you will, and everybody has to do it in the family system. We take turns noticing and affirming what you're good at.
Yeah.
And that just is one little rhythm that we integrate in our family.
Yeah, and you can even do it after someone has an activity. Maybe they just were in a play, or the other sibling was at a basketball game.
Yeah.
Taking time to intentionally have your family affirming what each other is good at is growing those muscles to say, I'm not the only one in this family and who's best at everything. It's actually noticing what other people can do and how God created us all differently. And so that's a conversation that you're having as a family, is to say, everybody in this family, we're a community, and everybody has a contribution and is really good at something, and those are different. So we just talk about that on an ongoing basis. And the other thing would maybe be having competition as a family against other families, like making it fun with like game nights and things so that you get to work as a team.
Yep, as a family that you're leaning into that, and the goal, of course, is to do well together. And we integrated and kind of came up with sort of something we called the Hungry Games, and we invited lots of families that were in our peer group, if you will, and had kids of similar ages. Some were a little older, some had younger and more siblings. But we did that, right, to create that sense of fun and memories and doing stuff that was obstacle courses and stuff. We did it right on our own property, and we had food and fun, and it was some great memories.
Yeah,
Good
we even had like
pictures.
uniforms, but you're creating teamwork.
Yeah.
As a family.
Yeah.
Yeah. So competition isn't bad, but it's, again, reframing it and recognizing that at the end of the day, we're not any better than one another. And Philippians 2 says to consider others higher than yourself, and to be able to notice what God has given you is also noticing what he's given other people. And this is a ongoing parenting thing that we have to help, especially with competitive siblings.
Yeah, and if your kids see you doing that as well, like considering others' interests and their giftings is more important than your own. Like, why did Paul write that? He wrote that because we don't have a problem considering our own interests. We need the problem of seeing others and affirming others. But as we do that, and our kids are invited to do that, they're going to start appreciating those differences, right? They're not going to feel like they have to compete against their sibling, because their worth, their value, and their parts are equally valuable.
If you like what you're hearing with the Dear Matsons, like this video, subscribe to this channel, and you are the right parent for the job. We're here cheering you on.